today we're looking at something pretty interesting.
And we're working primarily from an article in CLAIR News Simi Valley that came out July 29th, 2025. It covers the decisions from the school board meeting on July 28th, so it's fresh info. Gives us a good ground level view. So we're going to distill what really matters here. It's not just who got the jobs, but their backgrounds, their ties to Simi Valley, and what impact they might have.
Okay, let's get into that first big announcement then. July 28th meeting. Superintendent Hannah Yusuf introduces Reina Zapata, new principal, Royal High School. The article really makes her sound impressive. Yusuf praised her, depth of knowledge about the school's challenges, and a clear vision, too. And this struck me. She was the only candidate who made it to the final round. What does that tell you?
Well, it strongly suggests she was just a really, really good fit for what Royal High needs right now. But what really jumps out from the article is this idea of her being a homegrown leader. She actually graduated from Royal High herself. That creates an immediate, deep connection, right, to the school, its history, the community. You can feel the emotion in her quote to the board. She said, "This is more than just a career move. It's a meaningful continuation of my journey in education and service to the community I care about."
Yeah, it really is. And her career path within SVUSD, it's long. Taught English, Royal High, Santa Susana High, then back to Royal in 2022 as assistant principal. So this isn't someone just stepping in cold. Her whole professional life seems woven into this district. Oh, and she made sure to thank Michael Hall, the former principal.
Absolutely. And her qualifications are solid. Bachelor's in English Lit, a master's degree, admin credential, all from Cal State Northridge, getting all her credentials from a major local university like CSUN. That also shows a deep commitment to the region, to the field.
Yeah, definitely.
Reina Zapata probably anticipates needs better because she's lived it. She's got existing relationships, built-in trust. That can help. But the flip side, maybe pressure from those connections, balancing personal ties with tough professional calls, or maybe being resistant to changing systems she knows so well. It's a balance, for sure.
Good point. A delicate balance. So remind us, what exactly does a high school principal handle, according to the state?
Leading academics, that's central, of course, but also evaluating teachers and staff, managing the whole school's day-to-day operations, safety, compliance, and this is key, partnering with families and the wider community. It's about supporting student success on all fronts.
Royal seems known for these career technical education pathways, the CTE programs. Things like agriculture, digital media, engineering, even law enforcement.
Yeah, quite diverse.
Plus a focus on civic engagement, student government, service clubs, local partnerships, and then all the usual academics, arts, sports.
Yeah.
Given Zapata's background, her deep knowledge of Royal, where do you see her maybe making the biggest impact? Enhancing those programs, integrating them more?
Well, knowing the school inside out is a huge plus. She's not starting from scratch. I'd imagine she'll look to strengthen those CTE pathways, maybe build stronger links with local businesses, make sure the skills are really relevant. And given her community focus, perhaps expand those civic engagement pieces, make them more tangible, maybe even link them to the CTE stuff somehow.
Interesting.
It's about building on what's strong. And she doesn't have much time to settle in, and students are back August 14th for the 25-26 school year. So yeah, hitting the ground running.
Right, August 14th. Okay, so that's Reina Zapata, a great example of that homegrown leadership. But there was another key appointment announced, this one via social media from the district. Patricia Miskowski. She's now coordinator of professional learning and civic engagement. A very different kind of role district-wide.
Yes, very different scope. But like Zapata, Miskowski also has a really long history. She was assistant principal at Royal High since 2015.
Okay.
But she started with the district way earlier, 2005, teaching English, also at Royal initially. Then she moved to Hillside Middle as assistant principal in 2010, before coming back to Royal 5 years later. So, again, deep experience across different levels. And that role, coordinator of professional learning and civic engagement, it's critical at the district level. She'll be designing training for educators, driving curriculum work, pushing for equity in instruction across the whole district, K through 12. Plus, supporting civic learning at all grade levels, service learning, student leadership, community partnerships, aligning it all with state goals. It's about shaping the experience for everyone.
Also a Royal High grad, interestingly.
Another one.
Yeah. Went to Moore Park College, then got her bachelor's in English from Cal State Hayward East Bay now, right?
Right.
Teaching credential from CSUN, master's in ed admin, also from CSUN, admin credential from Cal Lutheran, and she's currently working on a doctorate in organizational leadership.
Wow.
Okay, connecting the dots here. Zapata and Miskowski, there's a really clear pattern, isn't there? Both Royal High grads, both with tons of experience inside SVUSD schools.
Exactly.
It feels very much like elevating talent from within, people who grew up, professionally speaking, right there.
It does. And it lines up neatly with the district's stated goals, academic growth, expanding civic learning. It feels strategic, like they're deliberately leveraging that internal knowledge, that community trust. But, it does raise a question. Is this homegrown focus a new thing for SVUSD, or just how they operate? And what are the trade-offs? You get that deep knowledge, but do you miss out on fresh perspectives from bringing in outsiders?
That's the classic question, isn't it? Insider knowledge versus new blood. SVUSD seems to be betting on the strength of those deep local ties right now. These appointments, Reina Zapata at Royal High, Patricia Miskowski in that district-wide role, these aren't just employees, they're part of Simi Valley's fabric.
Which leads to a question for you listening right now. What does this model promoting from within, especially people with those deep community roots, what might that mean in your community, for your schools? Does knowing where your school leaders come from, their history in the area, change how you see their work?
Yeah. And when leadership really does emerge from the community it serves, how does that connection shape things? Not just policy on paper, but maybe the whole feel, the culture of a school or the district, and what kind of lasting impact could that deep bond have on students today and, generations down the line? Something to think about.
You are listening to CLAIR News, Simi Valley.